See what you missed at KCA Convention. A new report urges the public to reduce consumption of red meat. Get the highlights from the Beef Efficiency Conference. You're watching Kentucky Cattle News.
Serving as your KCA president has been the highest honor I could have ever imagined. It's been the most enjoyable year of my life serving you, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to be in this position.
I'm your host, Kaya Twisselman. That was Bobby Forey, former KCA president, with his closing remarks at the KCA Convention banquet. The 46th annual convention, held in Owensboro January 17th and 18th, was a great success, with more than 1,000 producers, educators, and industry professionals attending the event. Convention kicked off Thursday morning with the 6th annual Beef Efficiency Conference, which was well attended. Stay tuned for highlights from the speakers. At the opening session, we heard reports from the KCA, Beef Council, and Beef Network. Dr. Frank Mitlerna from the University of California, Davis gave a presentation on debunking myths about livestock's environmental impact. We'll share comments from Dr. Mitlerna later in the segment. On Friday, our juniors joined the fun and got hands-on with the UK Veterinary Diagnostic Lab program. They also held their first ever KJCA Beef Quiz Bowl. At the Ag Industry Trade Show, nearly 80 exhibitors were present to share their products and services with Kentucky cattlemen. Convention concluded at the evening banquet, where we honored the best of the best in the Kentucky cattle industry. Our 2019 Hall of Fame inductees in order of region included the late Steve Henshaw from Union County.
He was a titan in the beef industry. He made Kentucky a national player.
Frank Rowland from Barron County.
We love what we do. We love working with the cattle, and it's been a pleasure and it's been an honor, and I'm just thrilled that he got rewarded for all the hard work that he's done.
Reggie Rand from Trimble County.
Hopefully, I'll get to do it for another 15 or 20 years, and the next time you come to interview me, maybe you can say, "That gully's 100 years old." Thank you.
Mike Bach from Bath County.
It's just grassroots people trying to do good things and kick this can down the road in a positive manner so we can still farm, raise cattle, and still keep a good name for ourselves as farmers.
And Tommy Davis from Lincoln County.
You just see that Tommy was so interested in helping others. It was important for him to have success in the bank and on the farming operation, but so important to be part of his community and help his community.
Dr. Roy Burris received our Industry Service Award, and awards from the Kentucky Beef Council included Kentucky Beef Service Award to Greg Osborne from Kroger, Kentucky Beef Backer Award to the Louisville Division of Kroger, the Outstanding Education Service Award to Winburn Middle School in Lexington, and the Kentucky Beef Advocate of the Year to Laura Lee Estel from Bluegrass Stockyards. The banquet ended with our live auction, where a total of $2,900 was raised for the Kentucky Cattlemen's Foundation. We thank all of our sponsors, and especially our platinum sponsor, Bluegrass Livestock Marketing Group, for making this year's convention a great one. You can watch the full videos of the evening banquet and all of our award winners on the KCA YouTube and Facebook pages. For a full convention report, read the February issue of Cow Country News. Dr. Frank Mitlerna's report during convention discussed the recent Eat Lancet report and what it means for beef producers. The Eat Lancet report advocates for a dramatic reduction in the consumption of meat and animal products as a way of improving human health and minimizing the environmental impacts related to food production. The report seeks a 90% reduction in animal-based protein consumption.
I think that the Eat Lancet report has some positive aspects to it. For example, they are highlighting the importance of us reducing food waste in the world, and I couldn't agree more. We are wasting 40% of all food produced in the world today. Where we disagree is on the path forward. For example, the Eat Lancet drastically wants to increase the amount of fruits and vegetables we eat and reduce animal protein. Now we know fruits and vegetables are wasted at 50%. Meats and dairy are wasted at 20%. That's still not a great number, but it's much better than fruits and vegetables. So if we want to have a goal of drastically reducing food waste, then promoting perishable fruits and vegetables at a much greater rate as what we consume currently will not get us there. We used to have 140 million beef cattle. Today, we have 90 million. So we have 50 million fewer beef cattle, but we are producing the same amount of beef. Now that's sustainability right there. And so what I would say to your producers is, what you have been doing by drastically improving the efficiencies of your production has had a profound impact of environmental sustainability as well. Keep on that path, because the truth will prevail and public policy will be informed.
You can watch a dashboard video on the Kentucky Beef Council Facebook page of Dr. Mitlerna discussing how beef can fit into a healthy diet and how you can make a difference by committing to wasting less in the new year. The 6th Annual Beef Efficiency Conference at KCA Convention hosted an impressive list of guest speakers, including Dr. Glenn Rogers of Holt River Ranch, Dr. Patsy Houghton of Heartland Cattle Company, and Dr. Jim McDonald of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Speakers discussed successful heifer development and utilization of crop residues for the beef herd. Here are the highlights.
If you look long term, giving up a little bit of yield, for example, by producing a shorter day growth requirement for corn, give up 2-3 bushels per acre, but be able to fit in an extra forage crop to be able to feed those cows. If you're looking at the entire system now and not just only at the cropping system or only at the livestock system, those things can fit together very nicely. And I believe that we're going to be required to do that. We have to become more efficient with the available land that we have to produce food, because as population expands, our land availabilities are going to tighten, and we just won't have as many acres as we have today to be able to produce food.
I think it's extremely important that we have cattle that we can manage and keep the temperature down, if you will, so that they manage well. It affects all kinds of things, from fertility to weight gain to carcass quality. Temperament affects every step of the production chain. So I think it's just imperative that we select for disposition and we get rid of the bad actors. We see it all the time. You can have a pen of 60 or a pen of 120 head of heifers, and the group is a little stirred up, and when you get 1 or 2 bad actors out of there, the disposition of the entire group changes.
Stay tuned to the KCA Facebook page and YouTube channel for the full interview highlights from the Beef Efficiency Conference. Contact the KCA office for a full video of the conference. I'm Kaya Twilsman, signing off for the last time as your host for Kentucky Cattle News. Thank you so much for letting me share the best stories and memories in Kentucky beef. I'll always be thankful for Kentucky's farm families, healthy herds, and tasty traditions.